I have to get in the zone 1 second.
You're good. Reel it in, friend.
My shoulders are like all the way up to my ears. Let me lower
They're like
that.
knocking on the neighbor's door upstairs.
Literally.
They're like, whose fucking shoulders are at our door, honey?
Oh my gosh, and the chin is just like times 5 right now. Okay. All right. Okay, cool, we're good. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Boop.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 1 of Sonder Springs in Planet Coaster 2. My name is Remnant, and I am joined by my very best friend, as always, jAsh. Say hello.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
It is the bilingual edition.
What if I did the whole episode in Spanish? That would be crazy.
Especially if I didn't stop you. This is take 2, technically, of this episode. We had some audio mishaps.
I had some audio mishaps, and I'm so sorry.
And then, of course, today, I had some audio mishaps, so we have resolved everything. It's fine. The quality, I'm sure, just sounds even better now, so there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Sonder Springs, this is technically version 2.0. The first version was done back in the day in Planet Coaster 1. Mm-hmm. I did have videos of that up, but they are long gone because...
Why?
I don't even remember the context of this conversation. If you just randomly...
It was completely random, and it came out of nowhere.
And the way that you presented it to me was you didn't even tell me what it was, but I knew exactly what you had found.
I think I messaged you, and I was like, friend, you like your government name in a YouTube video? And I saw you you read it, and then you just didn't respond. I'm like, oh, he's spiraling. Or he's like feverishly trying to like track it down and delete it.
It's the government name. Me just like starting it off with like my government name, and also the way that my voice was like 5 octaves
It was
higher.
so high, friend.
That little boy had not experienced a global pandemic yet, and he was not withering away in fear that he was going to die.
Correct.
So there's a lot of hope in his voice. That was like 7 years ago, whenever Planet Coaster 1 came out. But yeah, so today we are in version 2.0, and it has the same spirit of Sonder Springs version 1. It is located, once again, I can never escape San Diego, but it is located in San Diego. And the reason it's located in San Diego is because we don't really have a theme park that is like kind of like our own like Knott's Berry Farm or like Disney.
Mm-hmm.
We have SeaWorld, I guess, and Legoland if you count that, but those are kind of like, SeaWorld is like a glorified aquarium, and then Legoland is like strictly for kids. So this is kind of like San Diego's answer to that, in a way to kind of, keep people in San Diego for amusement park purposes or theme park purposes. This park is present day. It's placed in present day. So technology would be new, all that stuff would be updated, but we're still, trying to maintain the historic buildings. So I am just showing off this kind of like front portion of the ticket booths. There is more to the sides, but it's just not where I want it to be yet. It's not all fleshed out.
I'm dying to get inside.
Dying to go inside. So yeah, this is the kind of like first building, obviously, that greets you. Based heavily off of a building that is in Magic Kingdom at Disneyland, or sorry, Magic Kingdom in Florida. That's like it's like a boat depot or something, and I just decided to turn it into ticket booths.
Yeah.
Or the entry where you go in. Actually, what's really cool about this, and I think we talked about this before, this is kind of like the very first building that I made for this project, and it still holds up very well. The only changes that I have made is literally adding this logo or the sign for the park. So there wasn't really any other changes that were made. This was before, like the modding, or sorry, the scale mod. So it's all pretty
vanilla,
original to like when I started playing like a year ago now at this point. This sign is just, it's meant to feel like regal, but still has kind of that like nautical, almost Victorian type vibe as well. And yeah, I just feel like it's kind of like a cool, like little first thing that you see to greet you. All right, let's go ahead and walk through. So yeah, we have just like these little welcome gates and these turnstiles. Turnstiles were not made by me. I will find out who they were made by. But everything else was pretty custom. So it's like super simple.
Yeah, it looks great. Love the coffered ceiling in here too, by the way.
Yes. Thank you. It's that extra bit of detail that makes the difference. All right, so we're going to go ahead and walk on through. So originally, when I had made this like entrance area, there wasn't this bridge here. It was just kind of like open. And I really wanted a place to just be able to mentally reset after you have like, been like trying to get your tickets and walking through and making sure all of your family members are behind you. I didn't want to ruin this like grand reveal of the Mainstreet.
Yeah.
So there needed to be something in front of it to kind of like reset and then be able to have that grand reveal. So that's what this little plaza is meant for. Obviously, it's also meant for, there's rentals on this side, and then there's also like just some more information, guest relation stuff on this side.
Nice.
So before we do this little grand reveal, we can go ahead and come over here. So this is the stroller and wheelchair rental building. It's pretty straightforward. It's not anything like, too crazy or too flashy. It's just, it's buildings that I really wanted to like look beautiful and look pretty, but also like nothing to like stay and like look at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you kind of don't want people like crowding in this area. So it's very neutral color palette. Really what's standing out most is like the textures and like some of like the materials used. But yeah, this basically you can rent strollers and wheelchairs. I don't have any actual wheelchairs in here yet. It's kind of just strollers, but I'm assuming like they would just pull one out the back for you.
Yeah. Yeah, those aren't usually as like readily like you grab it yourself type thing that I've seen at least. Like there's more strollers than there are like wheelchairs, you know what I mean?
Yes, for sure. I think one of my favorite parts of this building is these ATMs that I made. This was my first creation made with the scaling mod.
And you went ham.
I did. and I think a big reason why I got the scaling mod was like so that I can kind of make little things like this. And scaling just in general has definitely like this has been a game changer, obviously, with Planet Coaster 2, but being able to scale down even more is great. So these are just some ATMs. There's some great ones on the workshop, but it just wasn't exactly what I was looking for.
I mean, those literally look like an ATM. Like, that's crazy.
Thank you. I mean, I did. It was heavily, obviously, like, inspired by, like, references, so.
Yeah. Like, I've stood at one of these at Regions Bank several times.
Yeah.
I think on the building itself, I think my favorite detail is the scalloped like trim. It's very, very cute. Mm-hmm. And I think we see that in other areas of the entrance plaza too, don't we?
Yes. And I mean, something that was a fun challenge for me was obviously a lot of these buildings are like complete rip-offs from other theme parks, but I always try and like make it like different. So like technically this is like, I think this is from Magic Kingdom in Florida, and I think it might be a similar building, but it's a very different color palette, very different like trim work, very just different, but kind of still the same shape. And that's also similar to this one on this side. This one is very similar to like, I think Disneyland has something really similar at the entrance. I
do like the neutral color palette. I feel like that's like pretty satisfying because it goes with everything.
Yeah, no, I agree. So on this side, we have just more information. We have a very nice contribution from you. You made this little kiosk, which is so nice, so portable. I love it.
It's giving like upscale, like cabana, like beach resort realness.
But also, it's so neutral that it can really be used anywhere. And I think, you know, you can change up the colors and stuff. So
I think
I'm excited to kind of use that.
My favorite details on that little cart, it's the little teeny tiny wheel up front, which was one of the first things I did with the scaling mod. That was part of the reason I got the scaling mod. Yeah. And then I love the roll up like metal like mesh thing on the other side, where it's like you can if it's on this one. Yeah. That like gray door.
And it's just like little things like this, like assets like this that really just kind of like bring an area to life.
Oh yeah, you can plop like, that all over the place. Change the colors on it, like
yeah, like switch out the like merchandise. Mm-hmm. So okay, so we have this like information stand, and then I kind of have like this, not defunct. It's like a photo concierge. It's just I didn't want to build the the interior, so we have this as well as some like staff access over here.
Cool.
And then if we look on this side, it's basically the same thing as the front, and then we have some very simple landscaping. Mm-hmm. We have exits on either side, so you don't exit through here, you'll exit on these sides. Cool. We do have some custom street lights that I made.
Love those. I know you mentioned the first time we recorded, and again, my bad. But we kind of talked about like the lack of just like good generic like street lamps in game, and I would love to see like more variations of those, you know? Like we had some really good ones in the first game, and I'm just kind of like flabbergasted that they only exist in that game.
Right. Well, and for this, like this is obviously more ornate, but I could imagine myself taking a generic light, in-game light, and just being able to dress it up rather than completely make my own, like what I did with this. Yeah. It's nice to be able to like make stuff from scratch, but it is nice to just be able to use some in-game assets sometimes.
Yeah, agreed.
Each side is kind of flanked with these little visitor info park map, little kiosks, I guess they would be, but they're low-key defunct. So they used to kind of just be like these actual information kiosks that would like have someone in there, like these doors would be open, and then they just decided like let's just put the park maps on there.
we love a repurposed kiosk.
Yeah, and that's something that I really like seeing too. It's like they're really nicely made. They're like, it looks like they're old, so like why get rid of those? So it's cool. I don't know if necessarily they would have been like right in this position, but it's cool that, you know, these are still here. So I wanted to highlight that.
This view right here, like with the tower on the bridge, this very much feels like Hershey Park to me, like old Hershey Park. And I love it so much.
Yeah, and it's so funny. I mean, you kind of know a lot of like the different versions that I've done of like this entry area, and I feel like I've had like very like colonial vibes, very like Victorian vibes, and then the more like nautical vibes. And I do feel like a lot of those architectural styles do go together. So I ended up keeping a lot of like the different architecture styles that kind of like I went throughout like this past year. So it's kind of like a mashup of a lot of things, but I feel like they all kind of work together.
Yeah, this like brick colonial borderline like Tudor style, like it goes with pretty much anything, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. Oh, there's
the train.
Yes. We got it.
That looks
very
sick.
Nice. Yes.
I think we've kept the people waiting long enough.
I know, they're like, can you stop yapping? Yes.
Lovely.
Yes.
All the placement of everything here is perfect. The fountain, I don't know, is that like the stern of a boat? Is that what it's? No, the stern of the boat is just like the front of it. Whatever the thing is, the mast. Is that what it's called?
I think it's supposed to. I always see actual flag posts like this, like in like harbor towns. So I don't know, like if it has like a name or if it's supposed to be something that's like on a boat. It does look like what's on a boat, but I have seen this just like in the ground in harbor towns as well.
I'm not blessed enough to live in a town that's close to water.
Sorry, whoops. This has gone through so many changes.
Yeah.
Like you would not believe. So I'm glad to hear that everything looks, perfectly placed and very intentional, because gosh, there has just been like months and months and months of like deleting and bone breaking and like having to put everything back together. So I'm glad.
It feels very like master planned. Like everything was like meticulously like placed and like built with like a greater purpose in mind.
I'm glad. And it's crazy because like that's not intentional, like that's not necessarily what I want for like the entire park to feel like, but also at the same time, this area of the park is supposed to feel like an established small town or small like town square. So that would obviously be master planned in like an actual town. So I wanted it to kind of feel like that. But this area is called Mariner's Mile. It's basically, the main street of Sonder Springs. So even here, we still almost have a little bit of a mental reset moment because we haven't reached like the full grand reveal. But we can kind of like, before we go to like the different sides, I do just want to kind of like take a walk over here. So this is kind of like that grand reveal of seeing like everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Once you kind of get past these trees, everything is kind of like right in your face. And I will say everything is like the path itself is nice and wide, but the area still feels condensed, but like open at the same time, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And I think a lot of that has to do with like the different path textures used and just the kind of the different.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. It's a very, like, that's kind of like a hack that I would say. If you have like this huge open area, you don't necessarily need to fill it with like a bunch of like stuff. I've obviously done that with like some planters, but even just putting different textures like really makes a difference. Shall we start at this side?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool. So, I guess this would be a good place to start anyways, because this is kind of like, if you got some money, you can get, you can sign up for like a guided tour.
And it do take money.
Yeah. Why not? This is me doing my research. I did search what like other parks do for their little tour guide things, and this is still cheaper than like Disney. So let's just talk about that.
That's wild.
Yeah. I'm assuming that there's like some food packages involved, some cutting of the lines involved, some behind the scenes involved, maybe.
Yeah, more than likely all of that. I mean, I'm sure it's like, obviously if there weren't value to it, people wouldn't pay for it, but like it's still crazy.
Right. I know. I wanted everything to look historic, but also like things have been like Frankensteined together. So like it's kind of clear that like these were two separate buildings and then they kind of just like put this here one day, this is just like kind of like a waiting area for people that are waiting for their guided tour to begin. And then on this side, we have a funnel cake building. This is one of my favorite little buildings.
I think this is my favorite. Yeah. Yes.
This is a almost exact rip from Six Flags Over Georgia. Don't know where in the park it is exactly, but and I believe that it's like a Dippin' Dots building. I don't even think it's a funnel cake building. But I love like the shape of it. Thank you.
Oh yeah, it's very satisfying, and it's a perfect little like corner building too.
Yes, and that's what I was like desperately looking for this little corner, because I think I was looking for like a bigger building at first to like make it like an actual, like, I don't know, some kind of like real functional building that you can like, or guests can go into. But it's like, no, let's just make it like a little QSR. So this building is semi-functional. I just put like little vending machines on these sides to kind of make them be able to at least get something from here. And then the inside, I don't even want to show it off. You can see it through here. It's enough. It's enough. You can see what they fry.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see what they fry the funnel cakes.
I think my favorite little detail is the little colored blocks that are supposed to indicate like Coke, Diet Coke, Fanta, Sprite.
Yes. And that's all you need. That's all you need.
It sells the illusion. Like, you know exactly what it is.
I don't know why, but one of my favorite details is like these 3 stars. I don't know why that just like, it just makes me so happy.
No, I know what you mean, because I get the same feeling. but it's just very satisfying.
Yeah, it's like we didn't need to add that detail, but it's there, and I love that for them. So we just have this like little staff entry over here, and then this little eating area to go along with the QSR.
I love these trash cans too, by the way. I meant to say that earlier because I think they were in like right before you walked through the train bridge.
Correct. I think I'm blind to them because
Yeah,
they've just
you're
been
like
there for
nose
so
blind.
long.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think, the color is also kind of meant to actually do that. Like, this shouldn't be something that, like, you just, gravitate toward. So, to the left of that, we have this Sonder security. I feel like I need to stop playing with, like, the alliteration of it all, but, if I can do it, I'll do it. I think this reference is from Six Flags.
I was going to say, it feels very like Six Flags.
I think it might
St.
be
Louis, maybe? Or Great America?
Great America. Or isn't like there's like a California, like Great America or something?
Yes.
I think it's that one. And that building, I believe, has like an upper level, but I just like did the...
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I just did the lower one. And added like these little arches. I'm a huge fan of like nooks and crannies, so anywhere that I can add a nook or a cranny, I will. This is like a family. Okay, what, sir? Go in there if you need to.
I was like, do people like? Are they stupid?
I don't know.
Like, how are you walking from the bathroom? Like, well, they're like, well, I'm not a family, so.
True. Watch it just not even be open. It could just be an error on my part. So yeah, we have a family restroom on this side. As well as some other staff like entry points. And the other side has the full restrooms. So I guess we can make our way over there. All right. So we are at the left side of the little entrance area of Mariner's Mile. This kind of section really spoke to you, right?
Oh my God, yes. And I still love it. I love this. I love this, like the first left corner, and I love the first right corner. They are both very, very satisfying to me. Like the funnel cake building and this building.
Yeah, and it does kind of have like that generic, not necessarily super generic.
No, it is. It's like, but it's like elevated generic. You know what I mean? We care enough to like make sure it always has a fresh coat of paint and like has some bit of detailing on it, but like this could be anywhere in the park. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For sure. Again, this was a reference from California's Great America. It really pulled through. In here, we just have like a lost and found area.
The lighting looks really great in this hallway.
The lighting is lighting, for sure. Bravo, Frontier. Bravo.
Oh, yeah. You killed it, girl.
Didn't do a ton in here. These are your lockers, so thank you very much for another contribution. As well as this little... what would this be called? Like a little rental computer system or whatever?
Yeah, it's like a little, like a little kiosk, which is half stolen. The screen and the like button pad on the side is from your ATM.
Oh, I love that. So this is not meant to be anything like super flashy. It's just this, there's these lockers. There is like another door here that leads to more lockers, which we'll kind of see around the corner. And then I just have like a rule, a little
cute.
rule board, again with like the subtle branding, and then
okay, design.
I use my very like little knowledge of some graphic design stuff because also I'm also like lazy, so I didn't want to do anything like crazy. This is again just like a guest relations building. I feel like you can never have enough of those. I imagine this is like a place where you can get like season passes or inquire about anything else like that. And this actual building has been just like in the graveyard for such a long time, and so I was finally able to find a place for it. I think it looks really good at this corner. Yeah.
Even though there's no reason for me to go in here, my nosy ass, I want to see what it looks like on the inside. Like I'm gonna poke my head in there and be like, this is in the bathroom, and then just like leave. Yeah. It's a very, very cute building.
Yeah, I imagine it maybe having like a little bit of like outdated wallpaper and like some like sun faded fake plants in there.
And Formica countertops, yeah.
Yes. Again, this is all just kind of like amenities at this point. It's like lockers and bathrooms and first aid.
Yeah.
This is kind of like what I was talking about, the other side of that locker building. It's like a more kind of like outdoor locker area.
I love this. I love how it's elevated. Yeah.
Yes. You really helped me with this when it came to like kind of like what to do. I was kind of like really stumped because there's just so many buildings, and so I was like, there needs to be something different here.
Like I can already tell how long these buildings took you. Like I know you had been looking at this for like forever, and you just needed like a fresh set of eyes on it.
My eyes were twitching. My shoulders were all the way up to my ears. It was
the Trixie Tang of it all.
Yes. These restrooms are it's basically the same motif as that locker building.
That's why I love it, yeah.
A lot of this entrance area is just like things that I have pulled from the graveyard of things that I started building like when I first started making this project like a year ago. And so a lot of it was just me kind of like, it's like a puzzle trying to fit like all these different buildings. And so I really like where this one ended up.
It's a great like dead end building. Like it ties this area together well. And I love, you can tell that hedge is like so like mature. It's like huge. It's growing onto like the roof, but they like keep it like trimmed and like manicured.
And it's one of those things where if you were to pull it away from the building, it would probably bring the whole building down.
Yeah, literally. It's like rooted into the roof.
Yeah. So after you have, used the bathroom, gotten the rentals, purchased your guided tour,
your $500 starboard pass.
After those buildings, we have kind of like, we're kind of getting into like the main part of Mariner's Mile. So we like our first quote unquote like attraction is this Sonder Springs Historical Society. It's going to have an interior one day, but this is basically just kind of like the history of like the park. So it'll kind of be like a museum style like lobby, and then have like a theater inside that can show like a presentation of like, the history of Sonder Springs. And I wanted to put it in this kind of like city hall looking building because I wanted it to be in a very like regal style building.
And this, you can tell this building is very, very old. And it also matches, I like that it matches the bridge.
Yeah, and this was also one of the first buildings I made, and everything was kind of like that brick, and it was so much brick. And so what we have now is like, a good combo of like everything that I had been building. So one of my favorite parts of this building is this little like side building here.
Oh my God.
We love a nook and cranny.
We do.
I love that there's a bench here. Like, I do hope that people would just like sit there,
I would be like stimming a little bit, and I would be like, I need to find like a space. But it's like one of those, once you come down, you're like, damn, that's kind of cute over here.
I know.
and it's like
quiet.
Completely ducked off. Yeah.
Yeah. And I imagine there being an outlet right there for you to charge your phone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I kind of have little like monument things set up throughout Mariner's Mile. I don't know the complete lore yet, but I imagine this was like a bell on like a boat or something.
Oh, yeah. That's cool. Yeah. Is that an in-game piece? Like the patina on it is like really nice, actually.
Isn't it? Yeah, this is completely in-game. The only thing I added was like these legs.
Wait, how did you make that like placard? Because it has the Sonder Springs logo on it.
I know. Those are the
Is that just like...
They're text pieces. We cannot sleep on the Toy Box DLC. Yeah.
I'll have to check her out.
Yeah, and they do look kind of like in Boston there, which is what I liked.
Yeah, that looks great.
This is probably
these are so cute.
Besides the funnel cake building, I think that this is you know what, these might be my favorite, and then the funnel cake building, because I do love how these buildings look together.
The color palette together, like the green on the cream, and then the mossy or the seafoamy blue like on the maroon, like it all is very, very satisfying. I
was on that Adobe Color website like almost every session that I was building, just to make sure that all of these color schemes kind of like flowed into each other. So I'm glad that it paid off.
I love that like every building almost every building has different windows, and then it has different windows on the top floor versus on the bottom floor. Like, it's kind of crazy.
They kind of have like their own unique personality, each building. But that's a huge reason why this kind of like took a long time, especially like at this entrance of the park. I really wanted to spend time on it because this is what you are seeing, when you're first entering. One of my favorite details are these like little cafe curtains, I think is what they're called, where they're kind of like halfway.
The half the window. Yeah.
All of these are like just a facade basically for like one huge gift shop building. So there will be a very large interior in there. It is being worked on currently and will be shown off. I'm sure it'll be like its own episode, honestly. This is the Mariners Mile Emporium. This is obviously meant to like be like the big like gift shop. Upon like entering like the rest of the park, it's like kind of like that first and maybe like last thing that you visit. After
maybe both
before exiting, probably. Yeah, it's kind of meant to look like. They have like imports coming in with like these crates. Just very, very nautical, but also like, again, kind of like fancy and regal.
Boatyard teas.
Yes. The only thing that I used as a reference for this particular building was, I believe, just like this very top spire, but everything else was kind of just like me just like trying to like make something work, which isn't always the best thing because you can end up with like something really crappy that you spent like 5 hours making, which sucks.
I mean, that is the flex that you think it is, though. I could probably get the second floor, and then I would be like, without like a reference, I'm like, okay, how do I tie this to their first floor? And you know how I feel about a transom window. Mm-hmm. Like, love those. Yeah, the millwork on all of these buildings is insane.
Thank you. And I wouldn't even say that like, oh, you can tell that this park is like high budget because of that. I would say a lot of these are historic buildings that were probably built like in like the 50s or something. And that's just how they built things. Like, it's just like they paid attention to like those details, and it's just kind of like...
Yeah, that is very true. Yeah.
That's something that I wanted to like, kind of like preserve as like that history that would have been there when it was first built. Kind of paying homage to Disneyland, they have these kind of like moving display windows. So I just made some very simple versions of that. Anything too crazy, but I did want to see like some movement in those windows, and we have another one on this side. This one's my favorite.
Yeah, this is cool. Is this a hint that this is your ship in a bottle project?
This is very much my ship in a bottle project.
Ship in a window project.
Yeah. So, okay. Unintentionally, I have turned this entire Mainstreet into just like a big inside, like, not inside joke, but like there's a lot of homage to our like friendship in here, which is so funny to me. But we have this BOTD Music Co. building, which is in reference to our Bop of the Day Spotify playlist that we've made together.
It's private, so don't even try to look for it, you guys.
It's private. But yeah,
it's like 4 or 5 years strong now.
I think 5 years.
And it has hundreds of like songs. Like, if anybody could ever like get their hands on it, you would know mine and your music taste is impeccable. Not to flex, but to flex.
Yes. It's a very curated list, I will say.
Yeah.
So had to pay some respects to that. And then we also have a little Sonder and Sons alterations and tailoring. Again, these are just like facades that wouldn't necessarily be inside there, but it's just a nice little facade to bring some life. This building is going to act as like an actual entrance, like a mid entrance into like this Emporium. So you'll actually be able to enter into those doors eventually.
Oh, cool.
Another like favorite little building of mine is like this green building with
Love
like the
that
shingles.
little skinny one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something so satisfying about it, and I think like also like the color scheme.
Bottom of the barrel.
Bottom of the barrel loose leaf tea company, because we are constantly talking about some bottom of the barrel tea.
Yeah. We do.
And then we have basically it's just ending again with like another entrance into Mariners Mile Emporium. And I will say these buildings on here aren't completely finished, these facades. So I'm probably gonna wait until like the interior is done to like really flesh out this area, but I thought that I would still, show it off. We are now back to the start of Mariners Mile, but I wanted to kind of bring us back to look at this side. So we have the Mariners Mile Marketplace, and this side of Mariners Mile is kind of dedicated to like food. So we have like merchandise on this side, food on this side.
That's smart. I like that.
This is going to house like kind of like a cafe or like just things where you can like just very quick like prepared like sandwiches and like salads and stuff like that. And then there's also going to be like a coffee shop inside there as well. And I say this, there will eventually be an interior, but for now we can use our imaginations as to what's inside. And
would it almost be like food hall style almost?
Yes, I would like, ideally I would say yes, but I feel like once I actually build it, it might be a little bit more simple than that. I feel like it might just be like a couple like walk-up QSRs. I don't know if it'll necessarily be like super food hall. I want to do like a nice, like I said, like a coffee shop, a little cafe. I want to do like a candy store, and then like a bakery at the end. So kind of food hall-y. I think like each building will kind of lead into the other. But we'll see once it's kind of like made. But First Coffee has made an appearance. And will this be the first Planet Coaster appearance?
It will. I was just thinking I need to put one in Electric Ocean.
Yes.
And I will.
Yes, you must.
Carry on the legacy.
Yes, and this is the express version. So this is very much maybe just like a limited menu, and we'll have the bigger but First Coffee inside, and this is kind of just like connected if you want to just kind of like get something quick rather than like waiting in like a huge line to get something inside. I forgot to like put that post again. But we have a very like deconstructed version of your kiosk. And I just kind of like put a countertop on it, a trash can.
Yeah, this looks great. I think my favorite is that little thing where you like tap for like a fork or a spoon or a knife.
Oh, yes. And it's like you kind of have to like press it aggressively.
Yes, several times. Yes. And then like 3 come out at once.
Yes. My favorite part is using these like small curtains. Like,
I was like, those napkins are insane.
I know. It's like those curtains that like are supposed to like just go on like, I guess like the transom part of like the window.
Oh yeah. The little short ones, yeah.
Yeah, just pile them up and
cute.
They turn into some napkins. And then we have, just some maybe larger vehicle entrances to, for some stuff. I don't know if there would necessarily be, if I do have a parade, I don't know if it would come up here. I don't know yet. I think we'll see. I guess it could. Yeah, because it can start there.
Yeah, it could probably like circle the fountain or something.
True. Here's another look into this will make
healing arm.
This will make no sense to anyone except for us.
That's fine.
Yeah. So basically this is like a holistic remedy place, like little pharmacy, I guess. Healing arm is strangely how we greet each other. I'm not even going to add the context in there because I don't even think I want people knowing, so that's just how we greet each other.
Embarrassing.
Yeah, it's a little embarrassing. So we have the witchery of it all. And mostly it's because I really wanted to use some of these pieces because they're cool. This is what I think what I want to be the like the candy shop. So I can imagine there being really cool like display windows once that is like ready and done.
Oh yeah.
The next window we have a storefront called Honestly Truly. It is a psychic readings. And then again we have the witchery of it all part 2, the sequel.
It's a little foreshadowing in the first time we recorded this and we were explaining what part 2 the sequel is, and now they get to see it in real time.
Yes. Yes. However, we could not foretell that this would be happening, where we would have to film it again.
I do love the brass like kick plates that you've put on these doors. It's just like an extra level of detail.
Well, it's nice too because everything is kind of like flat and like, you know, like solid. So it's kind of nice to add like anywhere you can add like another texture is really nice.
Yeah, agreed.
And same with like even just like adding these potted plants. It's like it's nice to add something like organic when everything is so structured and like straight lines. This is another one of my favorite buildings. Just like a really small, skinny facade. Kind of like me.
Petite, minute, subtle.
But we have the Mariners Mile, a boater's insurance, the watercraft of it all. And again, just a facade to add some life. I
do like that sign like protrudes out from the building and it's not like flush on the front of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree. Well, because it's like I didn't want to like block any of this like design work, but also at the same time like I wanted to like add a little bit of dimension, a little bit more dimension. So I like that I was able to kind of like add
That's very cute. Yeah, that looks fantastic. Great job.
Thank you all. All right, so the last building, or I guess one of the last buildings, is this Broadwell Bakery, which is paying homage to your project.
Christina and Haribo's project that I stole, that I looted.
The one that you're funding.
Yeah, I resourced it.
The reference for this building is actually like something that's like, I forget where it is. I have thousands of like pins in my Pinterest board specifically just for Mariners Mile. So it's from some small town somewhere.
Yeah, this is given like Massachusetts vibes to me.
Right? It's definitely somewhere. And I have this weird obsession with Massachusetts. And so I'm glad that kind of, shows through. Obviously no interior
The stained
yet.
glass windows are great.
Again, it's nice that we have like the scaling mod because we can make them, a lot smaller than they usually can get.
Yeah.
So a big like lore builder, I guess, of this park is this guy right here. I don't have a name for him yet. I think a lot of Mariners Mile will revolve around this character. So if anyone has name ideas, feel free to drop them in the comments. But I was thinking of outsourcing to build him, but I decided to see if I can, put my statue making skills to the test, and I feel like it paid off somehow.
Yeah, look cool.
Thanks. It's just a bunch of, font pieces and fabric pieces. Yeah, it was definitely like a good couple of days of just like, having to like basically like just find pieces to like sculpt something, which is crazy to have to do.
Yeah.
Every like 15 seconds or so, there's like this kind of like big cannon, like water like fountain that comes up. I don't know how realistic that would be like with like hedges and stuff. But I don't imagine it necessarily like wetting people. It does kind of like land kind of like still in the water, but I don't know. If it's a really windy day, I'm sure that would suck.
I mean, is that supposed to be like the waves like crashing behind him?
Yeah, it's definitely
cool.
supposed to simulate that. And it just kind of goes
And
off every
what's
time.
his story? Was he like lost at sea or something?
I'm going to say that he was lost at sea. I'm going to say like something that like might be problematic, but I kind of want to include in this is like something with like whale watching, or like he was like after this like really big, almost
Moby
like
Dick tease.
Yeah, like Moby Dick, or like something like even like a Loch Ness monster kind of thing. And,
oh, cool. Yeah.
Either he was eaten, or he disappeared, or he's washed ashore somewhere else. But he's kind of like this like historic character of this themed area. So I think it would be cool to like even theme some other lands in the park to him. Like maybe there's a place where he was shipwrecked and we can do something like that, or something else that kind of like
I feel like that storyline kind of that it's like endless different like ways you can tie that into different themes.
And it kind of helps too. Like, it kind of helps to come up with like certain themes. I don't think the entire park will be that. Like, there'll definitely be like other unique parts of the park, but I think it'll be cool to kind of tie some of the other areas into this guy specifically. And then the last thing that we're going to look at today is the Carousel house or pavilion or whatever you would call this structure.
This is definitely my vibe.
It's very much supposed to be a very historic building, like from the get-go. Like, it would probably be like illegal to move it, you know, if like they were to like, if the park
like
were
federally
to ever close.
protected or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be very much just like glass and like wood. I didn't want it to be like anything like that was super like, I didn't want there to be like any like rock work or like stone of any sort. I just wanted it to look very Harbor Towny. I wanted it to look very Harbor Towny. And I think it'll make sense. Like, literally behind these fences is like a waterfront view.
Okay.
So it'll make more sense once that's gone. This is very much like,
damn.
I would say like the structure of it is finished, but a lot of this stuff still needs to kind of like be polished. I don't love like the path and all that stuff. So I'll probably like make like a custom like design for like the floor. When I first built this, I tried to use all of these like little like globes, and it just gave those really weird glitchy lighting artifacts. And so once like the festive pieces came out, I was able to kind of use those, and I feel like it kind of like tricks your eye. It tricks your eye into thinking that like it's all these.
Yeah, I didn't even notice at first, honestly. I thought they were all the little individual globes.
Perfect. Sometimes that's all you just need. You need like a trickery of the eye.
Yeah. Love those lights on the other side too.
That sorcery pack.
Are those like an in-game light? Like you didn't do anything to it?
No. Yeah, these ones here. This is like the entire piece.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. And again, you kind of see we have like an honestly truly thing on the paying homage to Twin Palms.
Love that.
Yeah, and I wanted to pay homage to Twin Palms because this is like a very like nautical area, and so it kind of like made sense. I love that we're able to kind of like personalize the flat rides and stuff, which is cool.
That was an unexpected feature that I would have never, like that would have never been, not only would that not have been on my short list, that wouldn't have been on my list at all. Like it just wouldn't have crossed my mind, but it was like a really good like game changer, and I've actually used it myself.
Yeah.
I used it for the trains on, or Idra did the trains on Heliox, and it looks really, really cool.
Yeah. It's so cool, and just like a really nice way to be able to like personalize, you know, your rides, and have it be functional, which is awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. One of my favorite details of this are like these barn style doors. So they're just kind of meant to be like, you know, I would imagine that they just close them up and maybe like put like a chain or something around the handles at night. So yeah, we kind of have those like all along. And I wanted this to be a building that like everyone can go into just to like kind of look at it, and they don't necessarily need to go on the ride. So that's kind of why I have like this like queue on this side, and then people can just kind of like stand here and like, you know, look at the inside and stuff. Yeah,
I would imagine like parents too, like they're gonna bring out their phones and they're gonna like walk around it with their kid on it and stuff like that.
Yes,
so
very much that. And then I don't want to go over here too much. I need to get that mod that like kind of takes, you know, this stuff away, which I will do.
Yeah. Thank you, Leaf.
Yes.
I have that, and it's survived several updates, DLCs. I have no issues with it at all. Just an FYI.
Okay, good. Yeah, so I'll get that, and I'll do another update that kind of like, you know, maybe has like a polished off version of this, and just to make it look a little bit nicer. But it's at a good enough state to where I wanted to show it off for this.
Boring, yawning, sloppy, lazy.
For this,
it looks great.
Episode, yeah. But that's basically it for this update. And when I say that's it for this update, I have a lot more that has been built. So I don't
Yeah.
imagine like episode 2 being like super far in the future. I feel like it'll be sooner than later. I would like to do like maybe an episode a month if I can. I think that that's probably realistic with the amount of things that I have done. But yeah, this was Mariner's Mile, the first part of it. Mariner's Mile will continue, like kind of like on, going this way and then also this way. But this is kind of like the Mainstreet part of it.
Nice.
All right, friends. Well, this was episode 1 of Sonder Springs 2.0. I hope that you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for listening to us yap and looking at all of the things with us. If you guys haven't, please subscribe to jAsh and look at all of his work that he has done on Electric Ocean. Have you reached 2,000 subscribers yet?
No, I have not.
You're close-ish,
Shameful.
though, right?
No.
Oh, what did I think that you were? I don't think I'm there either.
I think you're like 1.7.
Okay.
And I'm like 1.2 or 1.3.
I mean, but you have been like on the grind though with your output. So that's been great to see.
Got a really big surprise coming up next, an unexpected big surprise.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised when you showed it to me.
It had to be done, unfortunately.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
Yes.
but fortunately, because I've enjoyed doing it.
Oh yeah, and then it's gonna make other updates even better because all of that stuff's gonna be built around that. So be sure to check out that project. You guys can check out all of our older projects. We have Twin Palms, we have Balboa Zoo, we have all the things. But yeah, this was kind of like my first dip into the Planet Coaster 2 of it all. So I hope that you guys enjoyed. Please, I would love to hear like some of your thoughts or suggestions that you guys have. Subscribe if you haven't already, because I will be uploading more frequently with this project. Or so he says. We'll see. But
Allegedly.
yeah. But thank you guys so much. We will see you very soon. Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, okay.